everyone, and I'm so glad that you could join me on my YouTube video today. I'm just going to go over a couple things first, and but one of the things I wanted to be sure to let y'all know, well, I'm Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina. I am a creative memory advisor, and I appreciate you watching my videos. Hopefully you've learned something or I show a tip that maybe would be helpful to you or something about new product or whatever. But the one thing I do want to say today is that through June 30th, when we have a not a promo, I'm sorry, it's a join offer that we call it. And so if you are looking to become an advisor, if you want to join my team, that would be great. If you are only ordering from home office, I would appreciate orders coming to me. And but if you are ordering with another advisor, please know that just your orders may make a big difference in them and in their what they're doing. So, but I wanted to show you the biggest part of the joint offer. They have something special every quarter. And I know that we won't know probably for another week or so what they're going to have for the next quarter. But we have a kind of a big contest of who signs up by June 30th. There's extra perks for us as advisors. So just letting you know that. And so I'm going to change my video first. And so anyway, we'll go from there. So I wanted to show you this. This is a huge bag. And I'm not going to take it out of the bag, but inside there's pockets inside to where there's one big enough to put your phone. There's a little pull-out thing where you can attach your keys. There's another place to put some paperwork if you want to. You've got a nice zipper, but this is a huge bag. And so just letting you know, and if you're familiar with these rainbow dots and this design that they have done some special things on, just letting you know, this is part of the join offer. What it is you join for $49 a year. And so, meaning that then you get all of your scrapbook supplies at a 10% commission. And but you also, as soon as you join for that $49, there's a $50 credit that goes in your account. They wanted to do that so if you needed a few things to get started or you wanted to, have some special things to show, then you would be able to order for yourself of the things that you would like and the things that would be beneficial to you. But in that first order, once you get that email that, oh, you've joined and everything, then you can this will be in your cart as a promotion, and you just add it to your cart. And so it's available at the first time you order. And so that $50 is great. It comes straight off of your order. You can strategically use that however, and they want to encourage you because if you make it, that's in on a level one, you have a 10% commission that comes straight into your bank account. And so those little perks are nice. And so then if when you go to level two, and that is if you have 551 in personal sales, whether it's from you or from a family member or from you've got a friend that you want to scrapbook. You don't have to have a whole team. You don't have to keep inventory. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want to. You don't have to have classes, all of those things that sometimes bog us down. If you just want to earn some commission, be sure that you at least sign up under another advisor because it makes a difference to them. And this is my extra income that I do since I've retired. And so that is very helpful for me. So just wanted to let you know about this. But after, and if you do that and if you get to that level two at 551 in 60 days, it's considered a quick start, so to speak. And they will reward you with another $100 gift certificate or product credits, and then you can use that on any order that you want to. And those credits run out in 30 days. So you need to be sure that you're going to purchase something in 30 days. But if you're thinking about joining and you want to join my team, I would so appreciate it if you could do it before June 30th. Okay, just letting you know that. And if you contact me, I will help walk you straight through everything that you need to do. So, want to put this out of the way because we're going to talk today about Simple Page Kit number 6. And so I've already opened this, and this is the one that they've kind of done kind of for Father's Day or fishing, I guess, outdoorsy. You know, you think of June, it's kind of summery, and you know, maybe you don't go fishing. Maybe your dad didn't go fishing, but just look at the blues and the greens. And you know, these little fish hooks and stuff, they are so minute and camouflaged in the paper. By the time you put your pictures on there, you can just do an outdoor scene. You can do a time that you went to the beach, you know, or a time that you was outside or you went hiking or whatever. These are perfect colors for that. You know, sure, it has some little stickers and things, but maybe you can use those stickers on something else. Maybe you went to the aquarium. That's a good way to use this, you know. So there's some other things, but then you've got some other embellishments, you know, Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. You got Dad here. This is a live fish stories told here. You know, who's not told a fish story? So whether it's about fish or not, you know, but even say I live on the coast, so there's all kinds of restaurants that you got fish, you got fresh fish, and so there's some fish stories around here too, and it might not be included in a hook and line and sinker, so to speak. However, I just want to show you how these go if you've never seen these before. The first thing I do is I go through and I kind of measure out this, and I'm going to do another page in just a minute because I usually have some extras to show, and I didn't do that this time. But I'm going to cut this one apart and just kind of lay it out, and I might, well, I'm going to go now. Uh, if you wanted to recreate this same design later, you can. They have this on a background. I mean, you can cut this part out if you wanted to and turn it. I've done that a couple times and I've showed it before on my videos. And so, but I'm not going to do that today. I would probably just use a base cardstock for my cardstock, and I'll put some paper on and we'll see where that goes. But let's go ahead and cut these apart. But see, on the back, it has these. And so if you measure these, then you can have a cutting guide for your mats and things. Of course, I've got this out on my big mat, my 13 by 13 cutting mat, and I put these together with duct tape on the back of them here at the center. And then they fold up and go right on my shelf. But that way, then I can always work on a 2-page spread. And that is an item that has not, I don't think, went up. It's still at 15. So that's good. Okay, so I'm going to cut on these lines here. And of course, you know, I've showed you this before. We've got this little guide, and the little black line is going to be where you want it to go. And you got one at the top, and you got one here at the bottom too. And I just want to be sure that that's going to cut. And so we do that. Now, because this was a color on this other side, I could have done it that way too. Because I might have, oh, it's just barely a little bit of green here, but I'm just going to cut that off ever so slightly. See, that's just a little sliver, but that took off that brown there. And so this other one, you've got another 4-inch. And so I might do it on this side since I know that that one's going to be cut all the way straight down. And I want to be sure that I'm going to get to that color. So all the green is on one side, the blue is on the other, you know. And I'll turn these back over because we want to cut these where they're at. And this is going to make a 4 by 6 inch for photos. This is going to make some 4x4s. And I want to show you, so I pulled out a few older pictures. Matter of fact, they're from 55 years ago. We had actually a pond and a little cabin kind of out in the country from where we lived. My dad loved fishing. He wanted to set this up, and he did. And he had some bass actually um, brought in um, to be able to use in the pond. Now, these little things here, they've got them to where you can just clip it off and make it like on our page here, it's like little tags, so to speak. And you could punch a hole in them and it looks like little tags, but they've got them made for pictures. I think I'm just going to leave mine open right now because I don't know what pictures I'm going to use on here. I'm going to show you some, but I'm not going to use them on this page. Now, we lay it out sort of with the way that they have it. You know, they have a brown here, and you have a green square one here, and kind of put that in a little bit. More there. And this one. And you know, you can go by the numbers and everything is numbered. You know, where to put them. And so then we've got 8 here. So here. Now that's the basic part. And then they've got these kind of up here. Just going, I guess the green's on top. So just like that. Now, if I choose to do that and cut those off, making them tags, you can put your little titles here. You can put your stickers on here. You know, they have many of the stickers. They have the little boat and things, and the little waves they've got across the bottom here. I'm not going to add any of that at this time, but you can see this is how simple this page is. And you've got room for a 3.5 by 5.5 photo. If you wanted to just cut a 1/4 inch off of it, you'd still have a mat around that. These could be 3.5 by 3.5, but I want you to look at these. This is my dad in 1970, and here he is fishing. This is my brother when he was 24, which that's 55 years ago. This is my little brother and my recently deceased sister, younger children. This was our lake. And though I don't have the right size, had I cut this one at a 4x4 and that one 4x4, I could have done that. But I'm just going to do this one here. This is the boat. This is looking out on the lake, and this one's looking out on the lake. So kind of just show you that even though these are very old pictures, how well they would go on our newer designs. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to bring in something else here that I'm going to show you that's recently come out. And this is what I'm going to be making the other page with. But we come out with a Legacy of Love. And under the uh, additional things that we had was these photo corners. This is in cream. These are in black. Now, say I don't want to glue these down because these are very old photos, and I'm not sure that I've got these scanned yet. So if I don't have them scanned, I need to scan them, and I can do it either by my phone with an app, or I can do it on my printer because my printer has a scanner, and I run that one by my phone too. So just letting you know, there's options that you have, you know, if you didn't want to send them off someplace and have them scanned. So, but I always say that if this is the only way you've got these pictures and you have no way to keep them digitally, you need to scan them or something, and so that you can have them protected and saved for prosperity or posterity, I guess it is. But anyway, these are the little, you know, photo corners that if I wanted to put them on here on 4 corners, the photo can come in and out. It doesn't have to have any of our prepositional tape on it. It doesn't have to have any of our tape. Excuse me. So this may be something that is of interest to you. These I would probably definitely use a cream on because of the color base here. You know, our Legacy of Love, it's got a lot of browns and a lot of blacks and things in it. So either one of these colors would work with those. So you all get the picture here of this layout. And so we're going to try to do this one in a different fashion. But oh my gosh, I pulled these pictures out. I've already got an album planned for this because my dad named this Sycamore Lake, and because there were so many sycamore trees around. And so you know, I already have an album with a boat on it that we had from a few years ago that I already have the spine made and everything. So I'm excited about that. Now these I will cut. I've already got it cut. So I can put this all back together with the stickers and do a little paper clip to hold these in place. It's not going to hurt them in this. And that can all go back into another, back into the bag, back into one of my project folders, or however I need to do that. So let me grab a couple of card stocks. Looks like I forgot to do that. And I'm pulling beige because on our Legacy of Love and on almost every one of our paper packs now, they always have at least 5 different of our standard colors that will go with it. So this one has got white, beige, hot fudge, cool gray, or black. So I want to use those, but I pulled out 2 papers that I'm going to use and kind of decorate this and see how it works. And I won't probably do the mats because I'm not sure I'm going to keep that color. We've had another color for a while. It's not in our permanent line, but it is still available cardstock, and it's called Medium Craft. And that's just a little bit different in a brown, but it would go really good with this too. So what I need, and so I've got to make sure, okay, this side's got some stripes, and I want to be sure that they're going the right way. So I need to cut two 4.5 inch. Um, so, Brad, would you get that, please? I'm on a video. So I need to cut these 4.5 inches. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut it by 12 because so I'll cut 2 at 4.5 inches, and these are 12 inches, but we're going to cut them down to 11 inches. All right, so that's, and I'll just keep these couple of inches because we never know where we're going to use them. So we'll probably use these at the top, and then I'll need 2 4.5 inch strips by 12 inch for that middle piece because I'm going to use this busy paper in the center, and so that will be good. Now, this piece here is 3 inches, I believe, yes. So I'm gonna cut it at and I could have just taken another inch off of the whole thing, which I should have done. But I'm gonna cut this at 1.5. It'll be 1.5 on each side. Okay. So I know that a lot of people have a problem with the math, but as long as you're adding up to 12 inches on everything, you're fine. So I'm letting you know. Now, I'm not sure exactly how far down this was, but these top pieces, they were down by 3/4 of an inch. I remember that now, because that's what you have to kind of pay attention to so you can kind of get it the same way. And so we'll do it at 3/4 inch, and I'm just going to lay it there. This one falls next at 4 inches, or at the, and then we've got this stripe piece. And then that still leaves us 3/4 inch at the bottom. So this is a basic, excuse me. This is the basic layout that they had. And so let's go ahead and lay this the second side. Now remember, it did have a lighter color at the top and a darker at the bottom. So all you do for that, and see, you might even want that color on both sides, or this at the top. So it makes no difference. And then when you go and do your mats, you know, you need some 4x4s, you need 4x6s. I'm just gonna pull some out. I have some here handy. I don't have the right colors for one thing, so just letting you know that ahead of time. So these are my 4x6. I have a couple brown. Maybe I'll do it this way. On this side. Not that I like that one the best. As you see, I just have a thing with all kinds of mats in it. And so I'm just trying to pull some that will work. The brown there. It's a lighter brown. And some more older cardstock. That looks good too. Right sides, but let's just see what I have here. And I really like the brown at the top, I think, instead of the striped. Yeah, striped. I like that one a little better at the top. This one at the bottom. These go there. Let's just do this way. And I'm just not, doing all colors right now or something like that. So, but you get the information, because when you do your mats, you don't have to do them exactly like they have them. You do them however you need to for the pictures you have. You can see, I mean, I can do vertical, I could do horizontal. You just want to take advantage of all the things. Now, in this legacy of love. And I don't know how many of you keep your collections in something like this. This is our Power Project folder, and it has pockets and perfect for mats and the embellishments and the paper and the stickers. And another thing this one had was it had laser borders. Now I use these sleeves, fill and file sleeves, and I put them all right in here. I usually get 2 packs. If they don't have doubles, I get the 2 packs so I can put them in here because I like to have 2 for each side, one that's going to match or something. And so I'm just kind of looking on here. What do I want? Oh, this one here might work good. Why? Because it's a darker brown, and say that I want it to go all the way across there. And see how easy that is? And it just kind of makes that pop a little bit. Don't look bad on that striped paper either. Kind of pulls in the dark brown and the light brown. I don't know what you think about that and stuff. Many of our mats, um, because we didn't take one piece of paper and want to pull it apart, you can use these. Um, well, I don't want to use that on that same piece because that's the same stripe. Oh, you mean the world to me. See, now that one could go right there. Um, However, you need a journal box. So let's say we're going to do this one over here with the journal box. And I can write right in here what I want to say about this page. So if I wanted to cut this down, I could. If I wanted to cut around these hearts, I could. Of course, I know that there's some hearts like that in the embellishments too. So you can see all I've done is taken that other piece, this ideal, and come up with this ideal. Also, something that I have showed you before is you can turn these any way you need to once you go. And see, nothing here is directional, so it didn't matter, you know. Um, this one down here. Okay, so these words we want to change, and so I need to, but then, you might want to change it to a different one here. This one would work well. So, um, or, whatever. And like this here, this is darker, so it brings out that black a little bit, but it is another pattern. So, you just have to kind of play around with it. So I'm just showing you that by turning it, you've got still a same mirrored page. And all we've done is we've recreated this. Now, the one thing I wanted you to know is because that the virtual crop is this coming Friday. They will at 5 o'clock Central Time, which is 6 o'clock our time here. They will post 4 sketches, and sketches are just like what I've showed you. It's an ideal of how to do these. Now these, because they are simple page kits, these are made so people can just do these. They want to do 2 pages a month for their highlights of the month. Then at the end of the year, you've got an album done. It's very simple. We have special things where that advisors can get for you is they have a standard, what they're calling a standard album, which is in 3 colors. It's in Caribbean, it's in Pebble gray, or it's in navy. And you can get it with either regular pages, regular white pages, or with top loading pages. It already comes in there. And you get a free tape runner, and that is a $9.50 value. And so that is a $59 product that if you bought those things separately, I'm not sure exactly what the price would be, but I think it's going to be another almost $20 difference than it would be because your tape runner is $9.50. And I think when you get that way with it already in the pages, that is a savings because I don't think those are $59 any longer. So, and anyway, that's just got 16 pages in it. So you've got plenty of room to do all 12 of these. I have some from last year, I have some from this year. So, just contact me, let me know. You can find me on the website. It's always in my website is always in my description on my YouTube. And so hopefully this will have been an excellent thing for you to see so that whenever and they put it on the Creative Memories Virtual Crop group. And it's a Facebook group, and you have to join it if you want to. They post things there. They do things if you want to try things out. You can you can go ahead and see that those are, used uh, however you want to, and they have a lot of ideals, and people share their ideals on there. They also, I do it on my page, my personal uh, customer VIP group. Also, I always share the link to the sketches on my business page too, which is uh, Connie CM. I think it's just Connie CM team. But no, I forget how it is on my Facebook. But so anyway, I'll put that in there too. So I'll just try to be sure that you know what it's called. But just go to my link and you'll see. But hopefully this has given you some ideas. Also told you about our legacy bundle. Also told you how to use these older pictures and protect them with using this instead of maybe adhesives. When I think of these pictures, even though these are still very old and very, you know, great to use with these type of pictures. So I just let you see those older pictures work great. So anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this today. And so let me go back and so again, this is Connie Skaggs from Ladson, South Carolina, right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. Hopefully you have enjoyed this today, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And we appreciate you watching, and give me your comments too. I always enjoy reading them, and I will respond back. Thank you much. Bye.